And then, like, everywhere I
Supplies are
think it's either gonna.
We'll see.
I don't think the Hendrick guys are gonna have shit.
Yeah, I don't think the Hedrick guys are gonna have shoot either. But all right, guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome in to another episode of the Full Send Mast podcast. No, that's good, dude. I don't think we've ever had a cold intro like that before. It works out. Dude. All right. How's everybody doing? Welcome into another episode of Full Send Mast podcast, episode 146. Tonight, we are going to talk about this weekend's elimination races at Martinsville, talk about who's into the Final Four for the Trucks Xfinity Egg Cup Series as we wind down the NASCAR season. Formula One had a couple twists and turns this weekend. We'll talk about that as well at the Mexican Grand Prix. And then the main point of this podcast tonight. We are going to do our full-on predictions of the NASCAR Championship weekend at Phoenix Trucks, Xfinity, Cup. We'll go over all 4 drivers battling for championships in all 3 series, respectively. And maybe we'll get on a soapbox. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll be happy and everything will get along, and we can just talk about some NASCAR championship stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen tonight, Tom, but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna preview all that. Um, and it should be fun. So, Tom, back with us here on another Tuesday. How you doing, man?
I'm here. I'm here. I made it. I woke up this morning. You know.
I feel that too. Some mornings. Some mornings, like I think it was like a couple mornings ago. I woke up and I was like, man, I'm just glad I'm awake. Actually, like to be honest, like I didn't know if I was gonna get up this morning. I at least I'm
Yeah.
up and I got something done. So, um,
Yeah.
I enjoyed those weekend of racing. I missed a little bit of the Sunday stuff. But Saturday, damn, what a great Xfinity race. We'll talk about that tonight. And get into it. So, first off, let's talk about Zane Smith getting an extension with front row. It sounds like they're extending all 3 drivers, even though they're in the middle of this like lawsuit with NASCAR. Just seems weird to me that they would jump the gun and start signing people ahead of a lawsuit. Especially, well, I could see Zane Smith, but I don't understand it. I don't understand how this is gonna work
I
out and
don't.
play out.
Well, I think. I think front row 2311. I think they're gonna win it. I think they're gonna win the lawsuit.
See, I feel the opposite way, man. Like I feel like NASCAR's
Yeah,
gonna win
but
it.
recent rulings today. In fact, you know what? That brings up a really good point. Can we just talk about that just for 1 second here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I found something extremely hilarious. And I'm actually just going to scroll right down here to the Big Daddy NASCAR moments. And I'm just going to read straight from Bob Pockrass. So, according to a filing today, NASCAR 2311 and FRM attorneys have agreed to this at trial. First, not to make personal attacks against each other, which is childish in my opinion. Second off, note not to discuss or refer to cases where they opposed one another, which is again childish, but that's just my opinion. Okay, next one. This is the funny one. Listen to this. Not to discuss reasons behind Brian France's departure from NASCAR. What does that have to do with it? That happened like 2018. What does that have to do with anything?
See, that's why I feel like NASCAR's gonna win because if we have to come to agreements like that, dude, it feels like it's gonna get real petty, bro. And I don't know. I don't know what how the judge is gonna rule in this whole thing, or how I don't know what their cases are gonna be. Like this is gonna be land breaking. Like if they gotta telecast this somehow, some way, this has got to be
Yeah,
broadcast because this
that
is
would be
gonna be
awesome.
hilarious, dude. I feel
That
like
would
if
be
they do,
awesome.
where there's gonna be a lot of shady shit that NASCAR's been doing, that this charter system's all about, maybe even some of the shady shit the teams want out of this. Maybe the truth will come to light. I mean, there's gonna be some shady shit going on if this trial gets broadcasted, dude. But it's never ending, dude. So we get drivers getting re-signed for front row with, as you feel they potentially are going to win this trial. I feel like they potentially are going to lose this trial. But regardless of what our opinions are trial based, like isn't it risky to sign drivers for something that's not guaranteed next year, like at
Of
all?
course. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Just feels
Yeah,
weird
of
to
course.
me. Yeah. Zane Smith, and then they re-signed. What was it? They re-signed Gilliland a couple weeks ago as well. So they've basically trying to set their lineup without any confirmation on on
Yeah.
whether they got charters or not. I don't know, man. I mean, how far away are we from this trial? So we're almost to October, or almost to November. Well, what, a month and a half, 6 weeks away from this trial? It's gonna be crazy.
Yes.
We're gonna find out a lot before the end of this year. Holy cow! Look who's in the chat. It's Tim Henderson. He says, "Well, well, well. Look who joined us. Well, look who joined us." Tim is here. Alrighty. This one I thought was interesting. So time Cadillac driver Will Stevens raced with Jonah, I believe this year. Raced for Ganassi last year. for Cadillac. He's going to be driving in IMSA next year as their third, kind of their endurance driver for Wayne Taylor Racing with Albuquerque and Ricky Taylor. So that's going to be interesting. I think that's, I mean, I feel like Cadillac was the most disappointing team this year. That's how I feel. I like after
No.
everything that they had going in the offseason, they had a miserable year. They won one race in the World Endurance Championship with Joda after basically being a championship favorite coming into the season. And then Wayne Taylor Racing didn't win. What, they won one race at Detroit at the end, and then
Yeah.
Action Express won the final two, which has kind of been the premier team. I don't know. I just felt like a disappointing year. They weren't competitive in either championship. And now they're shaking things up driver lineup wise, bringing Will Stevens over for the IMSA side of things. I don't know. Cadillac's got to do some deep digging next year if they're going to find a way to get back to the top and compete for a championship. I wonder, one thing I did think about though, I wonder if it's because they're putting more resources and time and effort into the F1 program right now, and they're kind of putting their sports car stuff and letting it be stagnant for a while.
Yeah, but they had to they had to have accounted for that years ago because this F1 dream just doesn't happen overnight.
Well, sure. I get what you're saying.
And they were just getting good. I mean, when did like Cadillac got back in and
Like 3-4 years ago?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like what are we I don't know, what are we doing?
I mean, it was a transitional year because Ganassi was kind of holding the banner for Cadillac for the last basically the entire time during the GTP, LMHD or LMH era of sports car racing, and now they're not there anymore. Now it's Joda running Cadillac, and then it's Wayne Taylor Racing moving over to Cadillac. So maybe that had something to do with it, and especially with different drivers now. But I don't know. I feel like a really disappointing year. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Will Stevens is definitely a formidable guy. He's not no Kobayashi, but he's somebody that's had a winning track record before. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. How about Sam Mayer? Sam Mayer gets suspended. What a clown, man. What a clown.
Yeah, lost his freaking mind. That's what he did. After the race too. Like why would you risk something like that after the race? I mean, I'm just to preface this whole thing, I'm all about boys have at it. In fact, I think we should have octagons on the front straightaway after the race to let the drivers, duke it out. But that's not the world we live in. The world we live in is, PC BS, and that's just the rules you got to play. So I don't. If that's the rules you got to play by, I'll honestly just Sam Mayer just lost his freaking mind there.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I think you weren't here for the podcast last week, but I went on like a good probably 5-minute rant about Jeb Burton. Because remember last year, what was it last year? Maybe it was the year before, where we were high praising Jeb Burton. We're like, well, he's not like an A-tier driver. He might not even be really a B-tier driver. But one thing you can count on a Jeb Burton is he's never going to make a headline. He's never going to ruffle any feathers. He's never going to make contact with anybody. And then after we said that, he went on like an absolute fucking menace to society tour where he was wrecking people at Talladega this year, at Daytona last year. I think he ran over somebody at Atlanta. I think he had an altercation with somebody in Vegas like earlier this year. Like just all these scenarios just kept popping up after we said that. And I'm like, well, I think I'm done with Jeb Burton. He's got to get better.
It's good for the sport, Jay. It's good for the sport. You gotta have them villains, man. You gotta have them villains. And
yeah,
you know
he's
what?
Not even a villain though. That's the problem. Like he's not good enough to be a villain. Like
he's a villain to NASCAR. He's a villain to NASCAR.
For sure to NASCAR.
Because he's on that Mark Martin train right now on social medias. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. I just think
Whatever.
It's absolutely hilarious, dude, that we mention him and then he as being the most irrelevant guy ever, and then he becomes the most relevant for the opposite reason that we said he was irrelevant for.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man, and that was a good race between those guys. I'm not gonna lie, like the whole race was entertaining because Sam Mayer basically had lost. We'll talk about more with the race, but he lost his mind early in the race, and then he never got let it go. Like it felt like Denny Hamlin 2012 through 2024. You know, where like he just lost his freaking mind and didn't know how to handle the situation and let it boil over, and eventually got him eliminated from the playoffs. And sucks to suck, I guess. But
Yeah.
your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, he's gonna be. Is this really an upgrade for Sieg though? This weekend?
I think so because Haas Factory. I mean, at least they've won a race.
True, true. And this is probably, if you look back at the stats, this is probably that team's best track is Phoenix. They've won the last 2 years. Maybe a dark horse pick there.
Of course, always the dark horse pick, baby.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna be pulling for Sieg. I honestly, let's just put this out here now. Like, I know we haven't talked about the race this weekend, but the only race I'm looking forward to this entire weekend coming up is the Xfinity race.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about any of the people in the Cup Series Championship 4.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, best case scenario, they all 4 wreck at the beginning and they have to draw sticks to see who's the champion. Because I don't give a shit. Truck Series, I give a little bit of a care about, but not a ton. And we'll talk about that later for the reasons, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Xfinity race is gonna be fun. What else do we got here? Oh yeah, Ross Chastain, new crew chief in 2026. Do you think this was necessary though? I feel like him and Phil Surgeon were just like they never like eclipsed their potential, but they weren't like down potential, if that makes sense. You know, like I don't know.
Well, isn't Phil Surgeon? Isn't he going to Zilich's car?
No, they've got Randall Burnett is going to Zilich. So I don't know if maybe he's taking
that's
a higher
right. Yeah,
role in the Trackhouse organization, maybe.
maybe. I don't know. I didn't really think that one out. I guess. Yeah.
Just feels like a weird time to have a switch on Chastain's box. It's like him and Phil Surgeon, well, they've been together what 2 years now, and they've won races together. They've made a championship 4 together. Just seems like a weird time to depart that relationship. And especially because Chastain made the playoffs, he almost made the round of 8. And Trackhouse was down bad this year.
Bad.
Like they're just lucky they had a good driver lineup to be able to carry those cars to victory as many times.
Well, 2 out of 3.
Well, yeah. Well, the one's gone, so we're bringing in a legit driver next year to be that third driver. Oh man, yeah, interesting crew chief swap there. Is there anything else here? Am I missing something?
Yeah. Just real quick, the Ray Hall IndyCar team got that drop light sponsorship, and Schumacher is tied to that drop light sponsorship, so it's almost kind of lining up there. Louis Foster is coming back. I don't know about Devlin DeFrancesco. I don't think he's coming back. And then Ray Hall is just a waste of spot too. So I don't know. We'll see though. As long as you can get you could get the Louis Foster, and then some other good talents. Maybe go get Brody Kostecki and bring him over here.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
Yeah, a Brody Kostecki, a Will Brown,
yeah,
sort of lineup right there. That would be pretty dope.
That'd be fire, dude. That'd be fire. Yeah, that'd be interesting. RRL is just like that team that I just have like zero respect for until they actually take their racing operation legitimately. Like,
yeah, they just take it seriously. You fire the guy who has the last name on the building as a driver, and you start winning some freaking races.
Yeah.
You know? What they really should have done is hired VK, but just my opinion.
Well, they do have Foster, but the problem is he's so green. It's like they're not going to put him in a position to succeed. You need to have a good veteran behind him that's not named the guy on this side of the building that's washed and done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. IndyCar's gonna be interesting next year. It just keeps getting wilder and wilder with silly season stuff. We'll definitely have an off-season episode this weekend with driver changes, and maybe since we did the drivers' grades for 2025, we might have to do one with like driver expectations going into 2026, and then maybe we could recheck those back at the end of the year and when we grade them at the end of 2026 and see how we did with the predictions.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Expectations versus reality. All right, I say let's jump into the Truck Series race. There's one guy I do want to nominate here for Bonehead of the Week. I know it wasn't completely 100% his fault, but you know what? We got to give him a good old send-off. You know, he's only got one more race left in his career before he gets into an old folks home and retires with dementia. That's old Matt Crafton. That 3-wide move, dumping Perez like on lap 7, dude. Like, I understand most sack was to the inside of him, but like, Matt Crafton is an absolute wash loser, man. Like, I lost all respect for him. What was it, 2 years ago with the Sanchez? We've talked about it hundreds of times on this channel, but he's just terrible, man. Like, Crafton is just absolutely dog shit.
Yeah. There's really nothing else to add to that. Only one more race.
This could potentially be his last time on the Bonehead of the Week nominee. This could be the last time he's relevant here around the Dega Boys channel. So I felt like I had to nominate him this week.
Yep.
I feel like it was just a must. Daniel Hemrick, cut from the playoffs, having overheating issues all day long. I think they were on pit road probably 25 freaking times. I could not figure out the overheating issues. Ended up retiring. Eliminates them from the playoffs. And then Caden Honeycutt and Raja Karuth. I think this was just good racing, dude. They were side by side. You know how these these steel truck bodies are or whatever, they just make a little bit of contact, cuts Raja's tire down, sends him around into the wall, eliminates him from the playoffs as well. And then at the end, Lane Riggs was trying to get those points to pass Caden Honeycutt, ends up getting the third at the line, ties Honeycutt, but Honeycutt got the tiebreaker because he finished second in this race, which was the highest finish in the round, to eliminate Riggs, which Riggs was my guy all season long that I said was going to be the guy that could beat Heim for the championship. He gets eliminated. Caden Honeycutt gets in. Ankrum gets in with the survival game, which I feel like that's the biggest shocker of all is Ankrum made the championship.
Yeah.
I think he had a career year this year. I'm not like, yeah, he wasn't flashy, won one race. He was a consistent top 5 to 8 guy all year, it felt like. But he made the championship 4. I mean, that's impressive. That's pretty hard to do.
That's all that counts. That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. So, as much as I've said bad about Ankrum this year, I feel like he deserves his roses. I mean, he ain't gonna do shit in the championship round. He hasn't done shit all year to compete for wins, but he made it there. You're gonna remember this year, 2025, is the year Ankrum made the championship 4. So, good for him, I guess. Emfinger didn't get enough points to advance this weekend, and then Majeski, your defending champion, he's gonna have a chance to repeat as champion this weekend at Phoenix. We'll see how that plays out. We'll talk about that more here in a minute. Truck Series, it's just nothing, man. Like, the Truck Series just hasn't been good the last 3 years, to be honest with you. I don't know what
it used to be the freaking pinnacle, man.
It used to be. It's not as good anymore. The race wasn't
15,
that great.
16, 17, 18, 19 god tier years for truck racing.
We were blessed with some good drivers in those years, though. We had Christopher Bells, Eric Jones, William Byrons. We had Brett Moffitt's. Like, Crafton was actually decent back then. Like,
Busher.
Yeah, Busher. Yeah, we had some good drivers.
Reddick. We had Reddick in there.
Reddick, yeah. Emmerich before he lost his ability to drive. I mean, there was some good talent back in the day in the Truck Series, man. And just
he really had ability?
At one point, he did have a little bit of something. Oh man. Alrighty. That's it. Yeah. Corey Heim wins again. Caden Honeycutt, like I said, gets that final spot on the tiebreaker over Riggs. Ankrum Majeski. We'll preview that here in one moment. Let's talk about the Xfinity race. God, what a freaking awesome race this was, dude. This race was absolutely freaking awesome, dude. Probably the best. Well, 100% was the best race of the weekend, in my opinion. Always is. It's the pinnacle. It's the best racing series on planet Earth. I mean, this race had everything, dude. We had side-by-side racing. We had people running into each other. We had tempers flaring, like we mentioned with Sam Mayer and Jeb Burton going at it multiple times. You had Sam Mayer at one point almost won a stage off a tire strategy, and he almost threw himself into the wall. Like, just crazy shit was happening. Like, Zilich, I felt like was taking a vacation for some reason. Like, it felt like Zilich didn't have anything. You had Creed, like, running top 5, top 10 all day, looking like, man, he might potentially have a chance to win this race. Like, you had comers and goers. You had a few incidents with some wrecks. I mean, it was a good race, man. I enjoyed the hell out of it, dude. Almirola was fast. The JGR Toyotas at the end surfaced to the front when it early on in the race, it kind of looked like it was going to be a Sam Mayer, maybe a Creed, maybe an Allgaier that was going to win. Quapple fought through adversity. Big shout out to Carson Quapple, man. What did we say like all throughout the playoffs, Tom? That team has been missing. They went on a freaking milk carton. And we're like, I didn't think he was going to do it. He did it, man. He overcame all situations, especially in this race. Late in this race with like 50 to go, he gets spun out, gets sent to the back, and he had to drive himself through the field to get into the playoffs in points. Carson Quapple, man. I'm a hell of impressed with Carson Quapple after this weekend. I mean, really, this whole playoffs, dude. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What else did I want to talk about with this race? Crazy how it played out, kind of like the spring. Taylor Gray leading again, and old Sammy Smith behind him. I was waiting for it, dude. I was waiting for that whole dive bomb full send moment there by old Sammy Smith, but I think he learned his lesson after the spring, dude. When everybody turned on him, when he turned heel, he wasn't willing to wreck old Taylor Gray for that final transfer spot.
Well, rip.
Oh man, that would have been great. Man, I guess that's why I'm so disappointed, man. It's just like there's only one Xfinity race left this year. What are we gonna do with ourselves, man? Oh, can't miss TV, man. It was such a great race, dude. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Cheering for Creed at the end. I don't think there's any more he could have done, man. To be honest, he felt like he was like a 5th place car at best. He gave it all he could at the end. Just wasn't gonna make it happen. Dug himself in a hole. Can't win a race. It is what it is. But our championship 4, Allgaier and Zilich advance off of points from last week. Quapple with the redemption gets back into it in this race and advances. And then Jesse Love, which I feel like is going to be kind of the overshadowed person. 4 Chevys in the championship 4 in the Xfinity, Tom. Toyota's going to have a hiss fit over this one. Ford losing their Sam Mayer.
Yep. And going to your Jesse Love point, he's going to be the sleeper. And I feel like if it's anybody who can, mix it up with Zilich, it's going to be Love. I really do. Allgaier got his chance last year by God's hand pushing him across the start-finish line. Carson Quapple's his first Final Four appearance. It is with Jesse Love too, and with Connor Zilich. Regardless, all I'm saying is I kind of have that feeling with Love.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Quapple's got anything for him, dude. It feels like that team's just out of gas. I mean, they've made it further than I think that they probably even thought they were going to make it at this point, man. Like
I think they defied God's orders.
I agree 100%, dude. Like they're on empty, dude. Like they're like gonna have to coast down the hill. Hopefully, there's a hill on the way to the gas station. They're burnt, man. I just don't see them doing anything this weekend. This weekend was basically their Daytona 500, and they gave it everything they had to advance. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's talk about the F1 race next. How about lap 1? That 4 wide extravaganza between Ferrari, Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen goes off track. It was kind of weird, dude. Like, how many off-track scenarios did we see in this race, dude? With Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton getting off and getting a 10-second penalty. Max at the end with the virtual safety car costing him a chance to be able to pass Leclerc for that second position to close that points gap even more. Oh, what a weird race.
That was FIA's FU to Max Verstappen. You You can't change my mind there. Sorry.
No, I agree. Watching it is just there's no reason for there to be a virtual safety car with 2 laps to go there when Max ran down Leclerc.
Sainz was behind the wall anyways. What was it for?
Anything they can do to get Lando Norris this freaking world championship,
man. Yeah, because of a British passport. That's why.
Yep. And Piastri was dog shit this race. Let's just put it how it is. I mean, he was lucky to get back up to 5th. I mean, sabotage. It has to be.
But regardless, I think that even Norris had the best car, sure. How can his teammate be so far back? I don't know. I don't really think that's the big question here. I think the big question is why was there a virtual safety car with 2 laps to go? I think that's Crashgate scandalous right there, if you ask me.
I agree. Big Daddy FIA. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. I guess Max is pretty fortunate though. They didn't get any 10-second penalty like Lewis Hamilton did, but I mean his course cuts weren't even that egregious. I felt like, I mean, that 4 wide scenario, he was on the outside and he had to bail or he was gonna get taken out. I mean, and then the one with Lewis Hamilton, that was more Lewis Hamilton's fault in my opinion because it was Max's corner, so got lucky there. But still, just the fact that they screwed him out of 3 more points. I mean, the gap now is 36 points, so he gained points on the championship lead. He was at 40, now he's at 36, but it would have been 33.
Yeah.
So it's like every point is going to matter coming down the stretch here. We got 2 more sprint races, 4 more Grand Prix. Like, he's running out of time. If 36 points, I mean, he's
all it takes is one bad race for McLaren and a race win for Verstappen, and he's in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's all it takes, and it can happen. Like, I don't know that.
Rain at
it's incredible. You know what? It's incredible we're in this position right now talking about this point situation. It's absolutely incredible we're here saying that there's a chance. You know? It's incredible. Because at Austria this year, I thought it was over. I thought it was done.
Done. Yeah.
You know? Like, there was just no way. But Jesus, man. What a freaking comeback. And if Max pulls this off, that's probably biggest comeback in motorsports history. Honestly.
I 100% agree. I don't think it gets any. It was up to like 125 points.
Yeah. In this point system for Formula 1, are you kidding me?
It's insane.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Piastri has the bad race. He's now 1 point behind Lando in the championship. So Lando's the new championship leader by a point.
Yeah.
It's like, I knew Piastri wasn't going to win the world title, but now I'm like, man, I want Max to win this more than anything ever right now. I would be ashamed.
Hey, you know what? Let's pray to the racing gods right now. We'll sacrifice that Cup championship to Dickie Hamlin, and we'll get that Verstappen championship in F1. How about that?
There you go. Let's do it. I can concede that. I know when Brazil comes around, I'm doing the rain dance the morning of the race. I'm gonna go out in my front lawn. I'm gonna buy like one of those garbs, one of those big like feather head dresses or whatever. Yeah, right. And I'll start doing the beating on a drum.
We'll see outside of Jay's house just like 400 dream catchers hanging off his gutters.
Oh man. That's all it's gonna take. That's all
calling upon the Native American demons and ghosts to come out. Pour rain on Sao Paulo.
Oh man, we'll get the
6,000 miles away.
Yeah. I mean, the government could change the weather on will anyway. I mean, that's what they do anyway. We just need to send our technology over to the Brazilian people, and let them.
All we need to do is just run a B-52 over the stadium with some chemtrails, and we'll be good.
Yeah, we just roll some chemtrails into the stadium. Oh man, that'd be freaking awesome if it rains there. Shout out to Oliver Behrman. I figured I'd throw him a shout out for driver of the week. P4 in a Haas machine. Yeah. And he ran there all day. Qualified good. He ran there all day. That was impressive.
Yeah. That was a hella impressive.
Oh man. I say it all the time with Oliver Behrman, dude. Like when he's on, he looks like the damn best driver on the freaking grid. But when he's off, he looks like an absolute retard. Like, there's no in between with him. It's the highest of highs and lowest of lows with Oliver Behrman.
Yeah.
If he could just hone what he did this weekend in that Haas machine, or hone like what he did in the Ferrari at Jeddah a couple years ago, or what he's done at periodic times this season, like China, for example, when he ran up in the top 6 in that race and had a great run. Like, there's just these moments where you're like, damn, Oliver Behrman's legit. And then the next week comes around and you're like, this dude doesn't even deserve to be in a go-kart. Like, like what the hell, man? Like, I don't know. So shout out to Oliver Behrman this weekend, carrying that Haas team to a P4. Great run. Is there anything else I missed with that F1 race?
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It wasn't. I mean, it was exciting at the beginning and the end. Really, the middle part was pretty bland. Let's talk about the Cup race. Engine issues for Toyotas. Riley Herbst had an engine issue. Briscoe had one. Hamlin. What is Toyota doing, bro? What are they doing? What are they?
I think they were testing.
Testing shit. What? Yeah,
I think they were testing.
That's what I said, dude.
I think maybe, maybe some lightweight parts, or maybe, some experimental spark plugs, or, maybe a little bit more compression for a higher compression ratio. You know what I mean?
Advanced timing.
Get that, yeah. Or maybe they, maybe a little bit more of that retard timing, because it only lasted so many laps. It didn't last the whole race.
True. And they just went out like when they were on the track, dude. They were fast, and then it's like a switch. Thing just detonated like a bomb. Like, it's like they had a switch in the car to detonate the motor, dude. Like, I don't know. They're testing something. Maybe it was illegal, and they got the speed they wanted out of it, and then they're like, let's detonate these motors. Let's get this out of here. Like, I don't know, man. And then the awkward interviews with Briscoe and Hamlin after the fact. Like, they knew what was up. They knew what was going on. Yeah, and they both said the exact same thing. They said the exact same thing. It's like, it was rehearsed as hell, man. Like, that's some sketchy shit right there. I'm just gonna say this was a boring ass race, dude. From what the moments I caught of this race, it was not that entertaining. These cars suck. They really do. I mean, even there wasn't even really any passing throughout the field either. Like, I mean, shout out to Hosen Karsavar for being the entertainment factor of this race. I think he spun like 18, 20 times. Got ran over by McDowell, his teammate currently. Got ran over by Suarez multiple times, his future teammate. The whole race was just a Spire shit show. I mean, it was impressive. So, I don't know what Hosen was doing this weekend. I don't know if he's just had outscored Bell in points, and I knew it was inevitable that he was not going to advance to the Final Four. My championship pick, Tom's championship pick going into the season. Damn.
Yep.
I can't believe that happened. I can't believe Bell.
I can't either. I really can't. I really can't believe it.
It's like, especially, I felt like Hamlin had a car good enough to win the race, and then they detonate his motor. It's like, why would you do that? To like cost yourself a chance of getting another car into the playoffs? Like, why wouldn't you just I don't know, man. It's frustrating, dude. Dickie Hamlin is the gift that just keeps on giving, man. I swear to God. I swear to God. That just sucks, man. I'm just disappointed that Bell didn't make it. One of these years, they're going to put it all together and he's going to get the championship. Could he be the next Denny Hamlin?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Bell is going to be like the Larson for JGR.
Man, he'll eventually get one, but never anymore.
Yeah, just he doesn't step on it as much.
That's true. That is true. Byron, dominant early, dominant late. Blaney, valiant effort, 31st to the lead. Looked like he was going to win. Byron eventually moved him, and then he had nothing left for him. So, damn. Blaney gets eliminated too. Like, Blaney and Bell were my two locks, bro. I was like, it's going to be freaking Blaney, Bell, and then I was like, from there, I was like, it's either going to be Briscoe or Bubba. And out of my dark horse, like, championship 4 picks. And then my other one I felt like was going to be probably Larson or Hamlin, and Larson made it. Hamlin made it. So it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I just don't give a shit about anybody in the championship. I just don't. Like, this is the least I've cared in a long time. Is there anything else to talk about the Cup race? I mean,
No, not at all. Actually,
I really didn't
Like-
enjoy that race, dude. I don't know. Like, it just wasn't entertaining enough, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be a shit race anyway, but like, I wanted to see some guys wall riding and bouncing off each other and pissing each other off, and a couple boxing matches, you know. We just didn't get none of that, man.
Mm-mm.
NASCAR really dropped the ball on their WWE content this week.
Yep.
All right, drivers of the week: Caden Honeycutt, P2 in the Truck Series race, did everything he needed to advance the championship four. Oliver Behrman, like I said, P4 in the F1 race. Ryan Preece, P6 in the Cup race. Man, I thought at one point Ryan Preece might go up and compete for the win. And then that one caution happened at that awkward time during the pit sequence,
Yeah.
and it buried him back in traffic, and you can't pass in these cars. Never was able to make up the ground. Boneheads of the week. Shout out Matt Crafton. This will probably be the final time this man ever makes a Dega Boys poll for the rest of his life. So shout out for being a washed up bulldozer. Sam Mayer losing his freaking mind this weekend. Got to nominate you, bud. And then Hosen Karsvar being the only cool factor of the Cup race this weekend, being an absolute track hazard. So those are our nominees. We'll put those up for you guys at the end of this podcast for you guys to vote on. And it's time. I think we do it. We got 3 races this weekend. The Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup Series championship finales at Phoenix this weekend. Let's do it. Notable entries: the Truck Series, Brent Cruz for Tricon in the 1, Tyler Reif in the 41 for Nice. He's a former winner at Phoenix in the ARCA Series. I thought I'd mention him. Luke Baldwin with ThorSport in the 66, and then the old LaJoy Dozer pulling out the double 7 kill dozer this weekend for Spire. And then the Xfinity Series, Brennan Queen with Colleague in the 11, Corey Day with HMS in the 17, Eric Almirola in the 19 for JGR, and then Ryan Sieg be racing for Haas Factory Team in the 41 this weekend. And then Cup Series, JJ Yaley with NY Racing in the 44, and then Casey Mears probably potentially his final NASCAR start this weekend with MBM in the 66. All right, Tom. Friday is the Truck Series Championship race. Let's start off with this. If Corey Heim does not win this championship, NASCAR is going to burn to the ground. Mark my words. If he does not win this championship, every Alabama Bama man, Florida man, North Carolina Kakalaki man, all these mans are gonna get out of their freaking their worn down porches, and they're gonna start throwing riots in the streets. That the guy that won third of the race this year doesn't win the championship. It's gonna be a bad day for NASCAR if Corey Heim doesn't get this championship done, Tom. The fallout is gonna be tremendous.
I hope it does fall out, because the point system that we're running right now is not anywhere close to what auto racing should be.
No,
this is a straight gimmick and illegitimate in any sort of way. You could grab a Formula One driver from the 1960s, revive him, show him this point system, and he'd think we'd be a bunch of freaking clowns. You know? Like, somebody in a completely different race discipline can come back and have them tell us, dude, the founding fathers of this nation can wake back up and tell us that we'd be a bunch of clowns running this shit. I'm telling you, it's the only way to make it better is if you have an upset. It's got to happen for the better of the sport. So, with that being said, I'm choosing Honeycutt because Upset Nation, it needs to happen. It needs to happen. You know what I mean? Like, we can't have anything else because it's just gonna continue on. You know, like, if Heim goes out and wins, of course he's deserving. Of course, Heim should be the 2025 Truck Series champion. Of course, I'm not denying that. But what do you got to do to get people to open their freaking eyes? You got to have a situation like this right here, and Heim not winning the championship, getting robbed. would that open their eyes? I don't know. We've never been in this position before, but I'm willing to try it. So I'm going Honeycutt. Although I know Heim deserves the championship.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And for that reason alone, I'm picking Heim to win. You got to beat the best to be the best. Majeski's gonna be tough to beat. Those Fords at
Yeah,
Phoenix are
Majeski.
good.
Yeah,
He's the defending champion. He made it here. I feel like Heim and Riggs or Majeski and Riggs were the only two guys all year long that had opportunities to potentially beat Heim head to head in any of the races that Heim won.
yeah.
Majeski damn near did it once. Riggs did it once. Could have done it a couple more times. It's gonna be interesting. Honeycutt, I like the pick with Honeycutt. That would be the biggest upset I think in modern championship core history. Maybe Hemrick might be a little bit more of an upset because he had never won a race before, but this is right up there with it.
Race for 3 different teams this year.
Unbelievable.
Can he grab a ship off of it? I think that'd be pretty incredible.
That'd be awesome. I like Honeycutt. I like to see him get the job done. I'm gonna go Heim. I'm gonna go the safe route here. As much as I want to see the system get blown up and absolutely obliterated it, I can't justify anybody behind being a true champion this year. It would just be an absolute heartbreaker. Absolute heartbreaker.
Yeah, but how do you enact change, Jay?
Yep, you gotta blow it up. You gotta blow shit up.
Plant C4 right on that mother trucker and send it.
And Ankrum, besides him being in the championship 4, he is the most irrelevant person in the championship 4. So don't even count on him to win. The only way he wins is if God himself comes out of the sky, resurrects like it's a damn Easter, and somehow blesses that 18.
We're gonna be here 7 days from now.
Oh my God!
God came, and he came all over Tyler Ankrum.
He is risen! Oh man. Oh man. Alrighty. Now this leads us to Saturday. Zilich. I'm the biggest Zilich fan probably right now. On the internet. And this goes back 3 years from him running those Mazda MX-5 Cup cars. Been a fan of him since. Watched his progression through all motorsports. Watched him in Trans Am, TA2 stuff, kicking everybody's ass. Watching him win Rolex 24s at the age of 16 and 17 years old. Went in Sebring race 12 hours at young age. And then gets into NASCAR and obliterates the field on road courses. Then he gets a full-time gig this year and just obliterates the field again. Wins on ovals and triangles and parking lots and go-kart Mario Kart racing. I mean, he wins everything. This dude's a freaking absolute legend. Probably, actually, not even probably. He is the greatest American racing prospect in the history of American motorsports. I think in 20 years from now, you're going to put him at the likes of a Mario Andretti, an AJ Foyt, a Jeff Gordon, your other 3 Mount Rushmore American race car drivers. He is the real deal. Won, 12 races this year? He's won races when he wasn't even driving the car. He's that freaking good. He's incredible. If Zilich doesn't win this weekend, I might be put in depths of depression I've never seen before, Tom. This might be the saddest offseason of my entire life. Not only is it wintertime, where it's already the most depressing time of the year, where it's cold as shit, it snows, nothing fun to do. It's dark by like fucking 3 p.m. And then throw it on, no racing action happening. And then I got to live with the fact that the dude that absolutely obliterated and dominated the field in the Xfinity Series just doesn't win a championship. Saturday's going to be a rough one, Tom. I'm going to be glued to that TV. And if Zilich doesn't win this championship, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. It's going to be absolutely depressing.
Well, look, here's the thing. I'm doing the same thing as I'm doing the Truck Series. Zilich deserves this championship, but I'm going with the upset because something needs to change. I'm going with Love. And the only reason why I'm going with Love over any of those other Junior Motorsports cars is because he'd be getting a championship first over Austin Hill. And I think that'd just be poetic. It'd be so poetic. Zilich deserves the championship, but I'm going with Love.
And like I said with Ankrum, I think Quapple, they're running on E. I don't think they're going to be a contender.
Yeah.
Allgaier could potentially win this too, though. I mean, he's the defending champion, kind of like Majeski going through this scenario here. Um, he's good at Phoenix. He's gonna have a good car, obviously. Uh, but last year, like Tom said, I think they used up all their luck last year, man. Like they got the grace of God gave him that victory last year. There's with 25, 30 laps to go in that race, there was no way he was winning the championship, and somehow he won the championship. There's no way something crazy like that can happen twice for Allgaier. It's not happening. That was just one of those where all the stars aligned situations for Allgaier. And I agree. I think it's going to come down to the end between Zilich and Love. I agree. And by God, Zilich better win this goddamn championship. I'll be the happiest person on planet Earth on Saturday, or the most depressed person on planet Earth on Saturday. We're gonna find that out in about 6 days, 5 days, 4 days. We're gonna find that all out. All right, Tom. We got one more championship, the one that I care the least amount about. That is the Cup Series championship. Short race. Why are we running stages at a championship race where points don't matter anyway? Doesn't make sense to me, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Tom, I hate saying this. I hate being this guy right now. You know who's winning this damn championship? It's
Yeah.
gonna be old goddamn Dickie Handlin is gonna win this damn championship. That is some bullshit right there. That is some bullshit right there. Like, how the hell has that happened? How did we get to a world, Tom, where Corey Haim and Connor Zilich can dominate their seasons, both potentially lose their championships? This would be the doomsday scenario right here, Tom. Haim loses the championship, Zilich loses the championship, and goddamn Dickie Handlin wins the goddamn championship. The guy that can't even win his own basketball league. A guy that can't even get out of the bed in the morning. A guy that has a podcast that isn't even damn near as good as our podcast. It's embarrassing if this is the doomsday scenario we witnessed this weekend. If Denny Hamlin is hoisting that trophy and Zilich and Haim both lose, we need to reevaluate what NASCAR really is. We might just have to shut it down. We might just have to burn it down. We might just have to restart. I can't believe those words came out of my mouth.
Well, look, I think honestly, I feel like this is Denny's year. I kind of felt that way last year too, but it blew up in the round of 8. Literally blew up in the round of 8. I really don't see how Hendrick is going to play a spot in this championship race. I sincerely believe it's just going to be the JGR show. I really do. With Briscoe and how he's turned up lately, and Denny Hamlin and him announcing he's only got 2 years left in NASCAR, and he's got nothing left to lose. I don't know. I just put JGR here. I really don't know who to choose. I don't know the better story, to be honest with you. Between any of these drivers, William Byron would literally be the lamest NASCAR champion.
Thanks.
Kyle Larson championship just means we get to see AIDS at the track for the next year. Denny Hamlin winning is like, I don't like, it would just be like a meme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would just be a meme. And then Chase Briscoe winning, we're still wondering how we got that spot.
I know. And then we don't need another Rogaine for men representative. Because the last dude that looked like him that won a championship now has a full head of hair now. So it's like,
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the least compelling Final Four, I feel like, in a or probably ever. Yeah, probably ever. I'm not really. I don't know. I just put JGR. I don't. I don't even think I care that much, to be honest.
Like that, like I'm trying to get myself excited about this race, but I'm just not. Phoenix is not that fun of a track. It's not that entertaining. The format sucks, and then we got 4 drivers in there that have the lamest, most
The dullest,
boring.
the dullest Final Four. It's so dull.
It's Hamlin's like probably the most compelling guy out of the whole thing, but I don't like the fucker, and I don't want to see him win a championship. I want him to never win one. I want that to be a tag to his name to the day he dies. I want it to say on his tombstone, "Here lies a man who was never good enough to do anything worth a shit." You know, that's what I want his tombstone to say. I just I can't get excited about this race.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
don't know.
Sunday morning waking up and to tune in to watch this is gonna be like it's gonna
A
be
chore.
tough. Yeah, it's gonna be a chore. It's gonna be really hard to want to tune this in because it's just not gonna be good. And if I have to hear Lee Diffie, like the greatest broadcaster of all time, go, and he's gonna finally do it! Denny Hamlin is your NASCAR champion! I'm gonna freaking lose my mind, dude.
Driver of the world.
Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind, dude. Especially if Zilich doesn't win on Saturday, dude. It is gonna be an absolutely depressing.
Do we still get Jamie Little for the truck broadcast?
Oh, God, I probably won't even watch that race either, dude. We got Mikey and Phil Parsons and Jamie Little, man. That is like the A team of all A team broadcasting right there.
We're gonna witness a death on track again, like for the championship race.
And Phil Parsons won't even know where the hell he's at. That man is literally poster child for dementia.
That guy's a poster child for alcoholism. What do you mean? That dude's slurring words on the freaking broadcast. He's 16 Coronas deep before he gets to the freaking booth. Like
that dude is awful, man. Oh man. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you guys, we gave you our picks and our upsets and what we expect for this weekend's races. Please put in the comments below after you watch this who you guys think is going to win the NASCAR championships. I'll actually, you know what, Tom? I think what I'll do is I'll put a post out with all 4 drivers and let you guys vote. And we'll see who gets the highest amount of votes to see who wins the NASCAR championship this year. I'll do that after this podcast. I'm curious to see what you guys think. All right. NASCAR Fantasy for the final time this year. It's out of contention. I think Kreider is going to win it again. I think I was looking at it earlier. He's too many points ahead for anybody to really catch him this weekend. So, you know what? I'm just going to give it one last valiant effort and make my predictions. I'm going with all 4 championship 4 guys. And I'm going to throw Blaney in because I think Blaney actually wins the race. I know we never talked about winners and losers because it wasn't what this week's about. This week's all about the championship 4. But I think Blaney wins the cup race on Saturday. So I'm going to throw him in my 5-driver lineup.
You know what, Jay? Looking at it now, we chose the same drivers.
I think we chose the same everything, dude.
Same everything. Yeah.
So I guess we're going over matchups. Yeah, I mean, we both have Hamlin over Briscoe, and I think it's because we're both kind of playing into that whole doomsday scenario with Denny Hamlin winning. And then Larson over Byron. I think we're both kind of just. I mean, I went Larson over Byron because I don't think Byron's going to be that good. I mean, honestly.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think they're both going to be good.
Yeah, I don't either. I think they're both going to be battling for like 5th, 6th, at the end of the race. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then Logano and Chastain, I think that the JG or the Joe or the Joe Gibbs JGR. God, see, that's the weekend we're gonna have, dude. I think the Penske cars are just that much better, dude. So I'm taking Logano over Chastain. It's just that simple. Yep. And then I think Bell's checked out, so I think Blaney over Bell. I mean, that's really and Blaney's gonna win the race.
Oh, and Penske. Yeah. And Penske speed too. Penske speed is undeniable at Phoenix.
Right. So yeah, we're both in agreement there. All right, guys. I mean, that's all I've got, Tom. Unless you want anything else you want to talk about, or mention on this
I
podcast?
don't think.
Okay. Well, next week's podcast we'll be talking about this weekend's NASCAR championship weekend. We'll just recap all the races, talk about the champions and the upsets, the drama, the elation, whatever it may be that comes from this weekend. We'll discuss all that with you guys next Tuesday, and then we're gonna preview the finale, the final race of the World Endurance Championship next week here on this podcast. The final race of the 2026 or 2025 World Endurance Championship campaign. And then we'll also preview the next Formula One race, which is, I just had it in my head and I just blanked. That might not be for 2 weeks. It might just be the World Endurance Championship next week. Let me check the schedule one more time. It is Brazil next week. Yes. So we'll talk about the Brazilian Grand Prix. So me and Tom next Tuesday, if we do a rain dance, that'll probably be what we'll do, Tom. We'll take like a 5-minute segment during the podcast before that Brazilian Grand Prix preview, and we're gonna sit up here and we're gonna do our own rendition of a rain dance. I'll get some music tuned in, and I got a drum in my garage, and so I'll just come in here and just. So if you tune in late to the podcast next Tuesday and you see me and Tom without talking and we're just doing some random shit on screen, just know that we're doing the rain dance for Max Verstappen. Oh, that'll be fun. And what else to look forward to on this podcast for this off season with NASCAR being done, IndyCar being done, IMSA being done, and then World Tour Championship being done next week. We'll keep talking about F1 because there is still another few Grand Prix left this year. We'll keep you updated, round out that season, and then we'll do a F1 driver grade and a NASCAR driver grade over this offseason as well. NASCAR first, we'll probably do that here in a couple weeks. Once the NASCAR season kind of ends, we'll do our driver grade for all 36 full-time drivers there. And then once the F1 season, we'll keep you in tune with the championship battle, the Max Verstappen comeback tour, the McLaren bullshit that we're seeing here going on with those guys. We'll keep you guys updated there. And then lots more off-season fun stuff. Remember, Christmas is coming around the corner too. We got the 12 days of motorsports coming back again this year. We're going to have a hell of a good list. I'm sure of it. I've got some pretty good ideas already on that note. And then we'll also keep you guys updated with silly season stuff. There's been a ton of IndyCar silly season stuff. And like I mentioned, we probably should do a podcast with the off-season expectations going into the IndyCar season. That'll probably be somewhere around January time, and we get a little bit closer and get a lot more these seats filled. And then we'll probably do one for Cup and for F1 as well. So lots of stuff to look forward to on this channel coming up. And depending on how everything goes, Tom, maybe, just maybe, you'll see a watch party here on this channel on Saturday for the Xfinity Series race.
Yeah.
That's the only one I really care about. So that might happen. Just keep your notification bell on. Make sure to subscribe, put a like on this video, because we may just jump in here for a fun watch party to round out this Xfinity Series Championship season. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. Make sure you guys follow us on all of our socials. All those links in the description below, as well as on the bottom of the screen for you guys to go follow. Also, down below is a link to our Discord channel. Come join the best racing community on the internet. All the drama, rumor, news, memes, whatever it may be, with all motorsports from around the world right here on our Discord. Come post your own stuff. We love it when you guys do that. And we love interacting with you guys when you guys do choose to post. Also, a link below to our merch store. Go buy you some Dega Boys swag. Get swagged out for the wintertime. It's getting cold outside. You need to go get yourself a beanie. Go get yourself a hoodie. Go get yourself some joggers, whatever it may be. Get a bumper sticker for your neighbor's car. Go do that now on our merch store. All those proceeds help us to make bigger and better content for you guys here on YouTube. Hopefully, you guys have an awesome Halloween this upcoming weekend. Stay safe. Don't drink too much. And make sure...
Don't lose your phone.
Yeah, don't lose your phone. Don't lose your phone. Oh, man. And stay safe, too, because there could be a lot of eye candy out there for all of you gentlemen out there. So make sure you guys be safe and don't do any stupid decisions.
Yeah, you don't want a surprise 9 months from now.
Don't let a $10 bunny costume cost you 18 years in child support. Oh, man. Hopefully hopefully you guys enjoyed the race this weekend. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to the championship 4. Those polls will be out after this podcast. Let your voices be heard. I'm curious to see what you guys think about who's the champion is. Let us know how stupid or dumb we are or how right we are, whatever it may be. And we'll catch y'all in the next one.